Greetings, community. It's Kevin of Entropy and Comics, and I'm here to give you another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Day, 110 2024. Hey, welcome to 2024, second week into the comic book week of release. And the beautiful thing is this is a high concentrate level of book reading. What I mean is there's only a few books, but these books are all great reads. I had such great difficulty trying to figure out exactly what my blue light special was going to be for this week. But without further milking this cow to the point of it just making it dehydrated milk, let's move on and talk about Dark Horse Usagi Yojimbo. Ice and Snow, issue number 4. This finishes out the whole arc. And for me, God, I'm loving all these Usagi Yojimbo stories. They keep, for me, getting better and better because it just relives the books in which that some of them I have already and gives me the color in which that I was looking for all along. These stories are just so awesome. I mean, they're very unique in comparison to kind of what stereotypically is out there as far as the reads. It's not a stereotypical Marvel or DC book, and by stretch of any imagination, it's rather unique because it's tying in modern day storytelling, and definitely folklore feeling along with some definitive history taking out of some of the stories. So it's really, really interesting. And I love Usagi Yojimbo. I'll probably keep reading it and it'll probably keep being on my list. Moving out from that, Usagi Yojimbo, issue number 4 for New Comic Book Day, 110 2024. We're going to move over to Marvel. Marvel Spider-Gwen Smash, issue number 2. I was trying to stay away from the Spider-Gwen story. I really was. It caught my eye when I went to the store and picking it up, and I was like, man, seriously, this book actually tends to be, it to my opinion, it's better than the last story that I read of hers, and I think a little bit better than the story before. The way it's leading right now, I'm really digging it, and what's going on, I'm really liking the interaction between more characters than just Spider-Gwen and maybe a villain or something. It's not all drama. There's some action involved, but what I'm getting at is the story seems a little more interesting. I'm digging Spider-Gwen, and that's why Smash issue number 2 is pretty high on my list. Moving out from Spider-Gwen, we're going to talk about Miles Morales' Spider-Man, issue number 15. Well, Miles, you've been making it on my list, I believe, every week that your issue's been coming out, and I can't get enough. I really dig in the consistency of the story, and I can't say much more about that than that. If you're not already reading Miles Morales Spider-Man, then I do suggest that you do so. If you're interested in any of the Spider characters whatsoever, Miles Morales tends to be something that is a little more easy to get into for newer readers of a younger generation, in my opinion. And it tends to be something that's rather easy to read because it's pretty standalone. So Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue number 15 is, again, high on my list. Moving out from there, we're going to talk about Giant Size Spider-Man issue number 1. Interesting enough, this is another Spider-Man story, Giant Size version. Well, it's Miles Morales versus Venom, and there's some other little twists and turns in there. The other standalone story is actually an Ultimate Comic Spider-Man issue number 22 story. So, I mean, there is a Spider-Man story, but a Miles story, and it's all Venomy and my kind of stuff. Giant Size Spider-Man issue number 1. For those of us that kind of like a little nostalgia and kind of a giant size Miles Morales. God, I did not say that. Moving out from Giant Size Spider-Man, we're going to move over to, well, I can't believe the theme of this. Yes, neither can you. Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man 2099 issue number 2. I love the first one. I really enjoyed the team up, what was going on. The fact that 2099's back, I really like O'Hara. He's one of my favorite characters of the Spider-Man characters out there, other than the boy. And to see him back in action and see these stories again, I liked the last one. I thought it was okay. This one I really enjoyed, really enjoyed. So I'm so looking forward to this Miguel O'Hara issue number 2, like you couldn't believe that it almost made my blue light special. But moving on from there, we're going to talk about Blade issue number 7. As I was talking about before, there was a team up before, and as I mentioned, Blade has just been something that I really been enjoying. As you can see, if you watch my shows every week that they come out, every month that Blade comes out, I've been digging this story. It's been making my blue light, it actually made, I think, 2 blue light specials, but it's been making my list every month. I'm digging what this writer's doing with this character, and I really like the character in general, which I never thought I did. And it was never reading in the past. So I'm a relatively new reader to this character, even though I've had some taste in the past. This character is relatively new to me and it was easy to jump into, and I really highly recommend Blade. And if you're not already reading it, please give yourself a chance and start out with a full trade and then go pick up issue number 7 tomorrow. Moving out from Blade, issue number 7, we're going to talk about Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 1. Yeah, it's very spidery. I'm sorry, it's a web of stories. I really went there too. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1 kind of sets up a lot of things that are going to be transpiring throughout 2024. And on the Ultimate side, we're going to see a lot. We're going to see a lot with the Maker, and we end up finding out, well, a lot of things that were kind of gapped out in the past that we saw in Venom, how he was kind of manipulating his universe the way he wanted to because he really didn't get to do much in this universe. So it was almost like a hyperspace he was in at one point too, and he was high, and the whole console reads and all that. I think that's what really this is leading into, and I'm hoping that it is because I was having a lot of fun with that stuff. So Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1 is kind of an ultimate universe tell-all down the road, revolving seemingly around the Maker evil Reed Richards dude, which is, I'm in. But hey, that's not what we're totally here for. What we're totally here for is that Blue Light Special. And this week's Blue Light Special is from Image. Transformers, issue number 4. This has been such an enjoyable read for me. Crazy stories. This is not my childhood stories, nor would I recommend this for a kid. This might traumatize them. The stuff that's been transpiring in these stories is nothing less than fascinating, in my opinion, for the fact that it's exceeding every expectation, which I shouldn't have, about this character book, what's revolving in the whole universe with these characters, meaning G.I. Joe, Void Rivals. We're going to see the whole Cobra Commander thing. This, I have so much excitement for. If it's Transformers, Void Rivals was good, but Transformers is, in my opinion, really leading the way to what I hope and believe that this whole universe is going to be. Transformers is just kicking my ass. I'm loving this story, and it's easy to get into. There's only 3 issues deep, and the 4th coming out tomorrow. So if you're not already reading, go ahead, hit the store tomorrow, grab issue number 4, and buy the 3 before. You will not be disappointed because it's my Blue Light Special. And that's it for me, Entropy. Appreciate you being here, and you stay well.